and welcome to G&A Podcast, episode 19. We are your hosts, Soberoni, and...
Drooby Doo.
Yes, this is a more sober edition of G&A Podcast. special hangover edition of G&A Podcast.
Oh, bad decisions were made last night.
Horrible decisions, which people will see in the coming months, I'm sure, once that video goes up. Dude, on a related note, check out our Dark Souls Get Good series.
That was the biggest waste of 2 hours.
For more on why we are in horrible straits right now.
Yeah. As always, if you want to show your support, by all means, hit that like button. And with that being said, let's just
get it started.
Let's get this shit over.
First up, we have Boku no Hero Academia. So this episode was the match between Shinso and Midoriya, and just like last episode with Midoriya getting automatically stuck in his hypnosis, Shinso issues a command that just says, just walk out of bounds. Midoriya ends up spending about half the episode just walking out of bounds, thinking about trying to break the mind control. And he eventually runs into these ghostly, shadowy spirits who are able to make him move his fingers, and then he makes them explode so that he snaps out of the mind control. And then he proceeds to just shove Shinso out of the fucking arena, like judo flip him out of bounds, and wins that match.
So awkward.
It was really weird.
So
it was an awkward fight, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And then Shinso has this whole little character reflection arc where he thinks back on, his powers and his struggle, which actually was nice. I like his struggle dynamic with his powers. Midoriya and All Might talk about the vision he had and what it means, and Todoroki has his match where he just fucking goes ham and wins in like half a second by blowing up the fucking arena. Or freezing it, rather. So, that was the episode in a nutshell. And, honestly, I wasn't that impressed by it.
You drunk lying sack of shit, because literally when me and Rich were like both hyping up, like, oh, the show's great, he's like, yeah, you said, and I quote, oh yeah, all these episodes are good.
Okay, all the episodes are good. All the episodes are good. This is not, it's not like, oh, this episode's garbage, fuck the show. All the episodes of Boku no Hero Academia are good. Just like all the episodes of Attack on Titan are good. It's just that compared to all the other episodes, this was a weaker episode. Only because the fight scene was,
I agree,
disappointing.
The fight scene was very, it should have been like a nice, awesome slugger fest.
Yeah, it could have been like I know, it's just weird to have a fight scene that's like they hyped it up last episode and then it ends up being half an episode long, and half of that was just Midoriya just walking to the other side of the arena. There was not much fighting. There was like a total of 10 seconds worth of animation in combat.
Yeah.
So it was just. And there was no twists or turns in the fight. It was just like, I snapped out your mind control. I win. Get out of the arena.
Essentially.
So it was very dry. And Todoroki's fight was just them,
This is how strong Todoroki is.
Guys, look how strong Todoroki is. He's going to fuck everybody up ever. So, I don't know. Maybe I will see more from the other the side character fights. I feel like it'll be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm sure the next fight with Bakugo and Todoroki and Midoriya are going to be like better, but for now, the cavalry battle was better than...
Yeah, I don't think they want to start off purposely with like a super crazy awesome battle. I think they want to save like that kind of like epicness for later fights. Also, I like to talk about the very brief scene Todoroki has with his father before he fights the tape dude, which is very intense. Like he was like, oh, like what the hell are you doing? And then Todoroki's like, you're in my way. Like,
Get the fuck out of my way.
Literally. And then, and then, what did the dad say? For some reason, it really, like, cut me to the core a little bit. Because he's like, everyone...
Oh, you're like a masterpiece.
You're my
like,
best creation.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't say his son, like, you're my masterpiece. Like, that's like some Hitler shit.
Yeah, his father's not very good at being a father.
Yeah.
Very bad father.
Yeah, very, very, very bad father.
Which I'm not sure if his mother's any better, because then his mother, she was the one who threw water, like boiling water on his face to...
Yeah, I guess she couldn't take the fact that, like, you know, she thought they were going to be a wonderful family, and then to be told, hey, I'm only using you so I can create something strong enough to surpass All Might.
Which, by the way, I don't like. I like Todoroki and his conflict, but like, isn't he just doing what his father wants? Like at the end of the day, he's like, I'm not gonna do what my father wants, but I'm also just gonna do what my father wants and win the tournament.
But he's doing
be better than All Might.
But he knows if he does that only using his mother's power, he knows that like that's like spitting on his face essentially.
I don't know if his father would care. I think his father would just be like, I don't give a fuck as long as All Might is beaten.
You'll see. Well, he keeps insisting that he uses it, and then he's like, no. He's like, fuck you.
I don't know. The only other thing I really liked about the episode was I like Shinso's like struggle with his power, where everybody thinks he's evil.
Way too much time in the episode.
I mean, well, considering.
I mean, nothing else happened, but like that's a huge reason why, because that scene took longer than I thought it should have.
Really?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't
flashback
bad.
about him being like, oh, well, when I was in high school or junior high or whatever, you know, I had to be. He basically has to watch himself around people because people have a negative connotation with, oh, my power is brainwashing you. So, like, people have to constantly be on their toes around him, and he's always on, like, his toes. Like, what do people think about me? Oh, shit. Do people think I'm brainwashing them right now?
I just remember immediately I talked to him, like, after the match, and he just gets brainwashed, like, 3 times.
Yeah. But, yeah, other than that, it was an okay episode. Next week looks like it's going to be all the side fights, so yeah. I don't know if there are going to be any actual better fights, but it looks more like a fun episode.
Yeah, so look up for that. Next.
Attack on Titan.
Oh, God. What did I write on this? Okay. I'm trying to make sense of my somewhat drunk notes.
This fight was the best episode ever.
So they planned, essentially at the beginning of the episode, when shit hits fan, everyone's like, yeah, let's aim for the big dude, for the Colossal Titan. However, he has this really cool defense mechanism where he literally exhausts steam to defend himself, which is like super broken. I guess because he can't move that fast, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, all the way at the bottom of the wall, Eren and Reiner are fighting at first, and then Reiner at first is just like kicking his ass because, you know, that's what most Titans do to Eren.
Yeah, just wreck him.
And then they have a flashback to like where Annie is kind of practicing her fighting with Eren.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and and then Eren's like, oh, why are you going so hard at Annie? It's almost as if you're grooming me or something. And then fucking Mikasa gets all like overprotective, scary. She's like, hey Annie, I want to see that fucking technique. I want to try that shit on me, bitch. And I'm just like, oh, I love Mikasa. Yeah, she's so scary. But yeah, basically the whole point of that is to show that Armin like remembers Annie's techniques being a practice dummy for them, so he starts using them on Reiner. And then everyone, the main plan is everyone's like, hey, let's try to run. Let's whatchamacallit? Like, let's run away, essentially. And we can do that by mobilizing Reiner. That's, like, the key to escaping, because, like, the big one can't chase after us, because it's too big. So, they start fighting him. Mikasa assists and cuts him off at his, shit.
It was, back of his knees.
The back of his knees, yeah. I feel like I should know that body part.
Crazy UFC fighting moves, by the way. It looked like it was a Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah, kind of.
It was just a straight up Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah, except he didn't get help from really smaller humans with, like, knives slicing his opponent.
You don't know. Maybe that's how he wins so much.
Alright. But as they finally subdue Reiner and they're about to make their escape, the Colossus, Titan essentially opens up his mouth to engulf both. And that's where the episode ends. On, yet again, another cliffhanger.
Oh, this was like the most abrupt super cliffhanger like ever. There was not even a transition. It was just Colossal Titan falls off the wall on top of both of them with his mouth open and just ends the episode. No, like, build up to the ending or anything. It was just no freeze frame.
On Twitter, everyone was, like, losing their shit. Everyone was like, can you, not?
Yeah, that was, like, the most abrupt ending of all.
They're like, where's the rest of it?
Yeah. I'm used to that, though, with Attack on Titan. They love to milk the Code Geass levels of milking the ending of an episode.
Mm-hmm. God, I miss Code Geass.
R3. Soon.
Oh, yes. My body is so ready. I mean, not right now, because
oh my god, next season is going to be insane with the... I mean, you got Fate, Apocrypha, I think. I don't know if R3 is next season or the season after. Mm-hmm. But this is going to be crazy. Yeah. Cardcaptor Sakura. I just made Drew's brain explode.
Oh my god, you guys don't understand. It's my favorite anime, like, ever. Like, I literally I'm thinking of just watching the entire series all over again.
Again,
just
for like the fourth time.
Second.
You watched it? Yeah, third time. You just watched that like a year ago.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No.
I remember you rewatching it like a year or two ago.
That was definitely That was probably Sailor Moon.
Well, Sailor Moon too, but you recently rewatched
I did not. I really didn't.
I swear you did.
I'm really sure I did not. How do you know? Like, are you stalking me?
No, because you would talk to me about it. Like, I'm on episode 28 of Cardcaptor Sakura.
About to fucking kidnap me? Like, you're like, oh, that's right, bitch. You better be fucking watching this Cardcaptor Sakura.
I just remember you talking a lot about Cardcaptor Sakura. And I was like, oh, I should watch Cardcaptor Sakura again. Because I haven't seen it since I was like in... whatever, third grade.
Like I think I only saw it literally the one time in high school and then changed my life. I'm not that kind of person who watches things over and over and over again. Like, I watch it once, appreciate how good it is, and I won't touch it for, like, years.
Well, it's about that time to rewatch
I guess so. I guess so. I need to prepare. I need to get ready. Let's move on.
Okay. Next up is actually... Manga Sensei.
Oh, thank the Lord. I'm so happy not to talk about this because I'm like...
So, I watched Manga twice, I guess, because I don't remember the first time I watched it. But just watching it now, essentially this episode was about Izumi and the shopkeeper. I think her name was Tomoe. I forget her name. But they convinced Megumi to start reading light novels to like get her hooked on otaku culture so that she can have a common basis to talk with Saigiri about something. She ends up getting hooked and ends up coming over to see Saigiri, but she kind of forces her to model for her, quote unquote. And it's an extremely inappropriate modeling session where she's just blindfolded and just like, while Saigiri walks around her modeling her, like drawing her out and like lifting up her skirt, and just at one point just takes off her panties, just starts drawing and keeps them in her pocket. Okay, cool. And then
That's gross.
they end up becoming, I don't know, friends, but they become, closer. But then Masamune learns that he can't get his new book published for another year, which means he's unemployed for a year. And if he's unemployed for a year, I think that breaks some kind of promise he made with his aunt about taking care of Saigiri, so he needs a job. Elf shows up and is like, I can get you your shit published immediately. Let's go to your editor. And then they end up going on this like little mini date where they go out eating and having fun and stuff. And Elf is super cute. And then they eventually get to the agency. They run into a strange girl there. They all go up together to see the editor. Editor's like, no, you can't publish with somebody else, but I can cheat and enter you into a amateur light novel competition, and the winner gets their shit published in September. So she enters him, but the other girl that just showed up turns out to be Muramasa, who is one of his light novel rivals, and she's like, nope, fuck you, I'm entering too, and I'm gonna destroy you in this contest.
Yeah, the way she introduces herself is really cool.
Yeah.
Also, I was just laughing because it's just like, oh, they become closer, and I'm like, yeah, as closer as like a sexual like harasser and her victim can be, like dot.
I'm liking the whole the Saigiri being the most lewd, inappropriate person in the show, because she's just like, half these episodes are just like Saigiri's sexual harassment mission. It's like, oh, I need my brother to go out and get some middle school girl to model for me naked and shit.
It sounds like some really crazy plot on Law and Order SVU.
It just sounds like a really good plot.
Right.
I also like how, like, I don't know, I mentioned it before, but there's like light novel battles going on. Like, it's not just a show about this guy and his sister and his fetish for his sister. It's like shit happening. Like, he's fighting with Elf, and Elf is his ally and helping him publish his work. And now this other chick shows up, and they're having like this light novel off. So I like I don't know if I would call it a B plot, but the side plot of him in his little light novel.
It seems very central right now.
It seems central now, but I think like the overarching plot is still his relationship with his sister.
I'm sorry, I just took a sip of water, and that water was so refreshing. Like, it's literally giving me life. Yeah, Segi is a fucking pervert. Oh, I guess I'll just point it out because, like, whatever. It's funny that Izumi always had, like, this inferiority complex, with, what's her name? Muramasa. Like, he goes on this whole tangent how, like, she always, like, beats him or something. And he makes this reference. He's like, "Oh God, like her name is she's named after the stronger weapon in Final Fantasy." And correction, in Final Fantasy X, the Masamune is actually.
Was that what you were looking up?
I know I didn't look it up. I just remembered it. First, I got confused. I was like, "Oh, she's right," and then I thought about it, like, no, the Masamune was definitely like Oren's celestial weapon.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Bitch,
Sure.
I have 300 plus hours.
Man, it'd be so embarrassing if you were wrong about that.
I know. That's okay. Can we just fact check that really quick?
Let me get our on-staff fact checkers. What was it, Final Fantasy X?
Yeah. Should be the best one, eh?
I like how all our reviews are just divulging into tangents about unrelated topics.
We're not covering one show. This is time well spent.
I can't see.
It looks like
it is a
right?
celestial weapon. Yeah, Masamune is a celestial.
I was like, I can't see much either, but it looks like I'm right.
I can't see a thing, but I think I'm right. So.
Yep. And I am. So there. So don't worry, Masamune. You're
maybe
maybe
Iromanga needs to do its fact checking.
Exactly.
But also, I do want to say that Elf finds a way to consistently be my favorite character all the time. Like, this episode, Saigiri was kind of pulling ahead, and I'm like, oh, Saigiri's super cute and perverted and, like, great. And then Elf just showed up and like, nope, I'm still the best. Let me prove it to everybody by just fucking going on this date with Masamune real quick. And it was like a super cute date.
Yeah. If I feel like poor Megumin was just used to be a victim of Saigiri's antics, so she didn't really have much time to shine. But yeah, I tend to agree with Silveroni. Elf she always does really like stand out in a very good way. Like at first, like they made her like super obnoxious for like the first episode, maybe two, and then
now she's kind of mellowed out. And
the
kind of also did like an indirect confession of her love to Masamune at the dinner or lunch or whatever they were doing. Yeah. So that counts. All right. Moving on. By the way, Attack on Titan was my episode of the week. I totally forgot to mention that. But moving on, we have Danmachi.
I think I will agree. Oh god damn! I have to fucking cover this stupid fucking.
I purposely planned this so that Drew has to cover this like all the time. I'm like, no, you need to cover this show.
This actually wasn't a bad episode. As much as I complain about the show, I wish I remembered more of it because I was definitely just too drunk to remember it. But
I don't remember it, but it wasn't a bad episode.
No, like
is that why it was a good episode? Because you don't remember it.
I do. But what I don't parts that I do remember were good. So this picks up from last episode where the snake flowers attack, but Loki Familia is on point in terms of defense. I feel like I just made like a sports reference by accident, but you know what I mean. So like that guy in the mask starts attacking Ice, but then like she's like, I'm actually a woman in disguise. Ooh. And then Lefia tries to join the fight, or tries to support Ice by firing a spell, but the woman literally like blocks and reflects the spell and just knocks the shit out of Lefia.
I feel like we made a joke about that at some point. I just completely forgot what the joke was.
Yeah. That's a recurring theme of the night. We said something.
Something happened. I don't remember.
The snake monster fuses with the homunculus ball thing. I don't know why I call it homunculus.
Kind of is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little
homunculus baby.
Yeah. And then
Nina.
they turn into this like snake woman thing, monster, whatever. And I think the twins fight it along with I forget. I know they fight. I forget who else joins in with that fight.
I think it was everybody. Was it the twins?
No, because Ice.
No,
Ice,
it was
is,
the kid, Fionn.
Finn?
Isn't it Finn? Fionn. It's Fionn Greyjoy.
I like, is it? Yeah, the mysterious woman who is actually like she's the one who definitely like killed the dude. She fights Aisu and kind of fucks her shit up.
Yeah.
She kind of really beats her really badly.
For once.
She keeps referring to her as Arya, and she's like, what does that mean? And then she's like, kick you in the face. Like, that's literally like the pattern of the battle. Oh, that's a nice win. What are you talking about? You're an Arya. What's an Arya? Oh! Goes flying into a wall. And then Finn fights her, and then Finn is really fucking strong. And
he's basically Yoda.
Kind of, yeah. Like, Jesus. Let's see. she has flashbacks. I'm assuming that's Ice having flashbacks.
Oh yeah, she had like a flashback of her, like, I guess her mother. Or
yeah, like in the middle of the fight. Yeah, like some mother persons, some
mother-like
person.
figure.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. God, I'm so tired.
For reference, guys, this is like 9 o'clock in the morning right now.
This is definitely 10.
Oh well, 9:56 a.m.
Let's see. So yeah, eventually, I think whatchamacalls it, because Finn pushes back the mysterious woman, she eventually like escapes. They kill the homunculus monster plant thing.
And then come up with names for these things instead of just calling them random.
They don't have names. That's the problem. None of them have names. But Ice is feeling all butthurt because she got her ass whooped. And then Riveria. I'm so distracted by like the volley music upstairs.
I thought that was Chris.
Anyways, because I will literally just like pause and literally just listen to it for like 10 minutes. But yeah, Ice is like, I'm gonna continue on with the dungeon, and then but she's like, I'm gonna stay behind by myself because I'm all I need to prove that I'm strong or whatever. And Riveria was like, all right, I'm gonna stay with you so you don't get killed. And then
they both get killed, yeah.
Right? Yeah, but the last scene does end up showing, like, the floor boss, which is, like, some
generic giant skeleton dude.
Yeah, essentially. And that's when the episode ends.
As much as you talked about the episode, you forgot the whole plot of Uranus.
I know you. I was gonna say. I remembered it as I was talking about it, and I was like, "Let me talk about this," and I totally forgot about it.
There's a whole subplot of Uranus and Loki just talking to each other.
Yeah,
but
I don't remember that conversation at all. Like I knew that they were talking. I just don't remember because I feel like it wasn't. It was like
cryptic bullshit. It was just like, oh, I think that you think that I think something happened about you with a guy and you're fucking familiar about something about somebody else.
Essentially. Nothing was really said, which is why I wasn't paying attention.
But, yeah, it was a better episode in terms of, like, the action that happened. It was nice seeing Eyes lose a fight. Lafia didn't do shit as usual.
She tried, okay?
Oh, she tried. Why is she part of this elite Familia again? Like, everybody else pulls their weight.
Because she's really good. She helped kill the... Oh, yeah. I totally forgot to mention that. She kind of killed the monster.
Wow. She was already weakened.
Not by much. No. No, like, she pretty much set it up for it to be killed. Like, she didn't land the final blow, but she, like, lit the whole giant fucking monster on fire.
I don't remember that part at all. That is like one blackout moment for that show.
Don't worry, I literally just remembered it as we kept talking about it.
But yeah, I guess she's getting a little bit better. Eyes is the same as always.
Except she got her shit rocked.
Yeah. I still want to, like, at least an episode of just about the twins. That'd be nice.
Agreed. I really like them.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have to say about it, right?
I guess.
Yeah, let's move on.
Next up is Renai Boken.
God damn it. No, actually, I'm happy about that. I always end up saying too much shit about this show.
Yeah, there wasn't much to have to say about this episode, though. But the first half of the episode was a, obligatory beach episode with the usual fan service. Akane is going out of her way to try to impress Aqua, which is Seiji's little sister. Seiji ends up running into Shikimi again, and she starts trying to give him a little bit of insight into her family and why they are the way they are. But he just cuts her off and is like, listen, I'd rather hear it from Akane, so fuck off.
Points for him.
Yeah, points for him being cool. Then Penguin Demon dude shows up again somehow. Stolas tries to come and like rape Aqua again randomly, and Akane ends up saving her. The second half of the episode I think was a lot better. It was a test of courage in the school, and they're trying to escort this couple to the roof. the roof. I don't know why I said it that way. Into the roof.
The roof is on fire.
And then they try to escort them off the roof. And they end up running to a bunch of real ghosts and stuff. But first off, Guri is in a fucking Ghostbusters outfit.
They make countless.
They make so many references in the span of like 2 minutes. It's like there's a Saw reference. There's a fucking Jason shit. There's like every horror movie. Chucky. There's a bunch of random ass references everywhere. Guri and Akane start killing all the ghosts because they're badasses. And then they end up getting trapped on the roof, while the other couples and Yuzu and Seiji are trying to make their way to the roof. And Akane confronts Guri about her feelings towards Seiji and if she really loves him. And it's kind of just like, fuck off, stop getting in my way. And then they make it to the roof and they find out that the other couple was just a bunch of ghosts that can now rest in peace because they made it to the roof and they can be happy and be a couple. And it kind of just ends with Guri feeling kind of melancholic and not knowing what to do about the situation. And that was it.
Yeah, essentially. See, and that's... You know what I love and hate about that show? Like, you said, you essentially nailed, like, the plots, but it's like you missed, like, a lot of, like, well, you just didn't... I'm not saying you missed it. You just didn't mention all, like, the smaller things that might just really, really make every episode so, like, crazy.
Now we mention the smaller things. Like, I liked how Akane actually confronted Guri about the whole, like, you even know what love is thing. So this whole... It's not like Akane's love for Seiji is just for show or, like, for a plot point. It's like she actually loves Seiji and wants her competition to kind of fuck off. Even if it is her friend. It's not like, oh, this is my friend, so I gotta support her type of bullshit. It's like, no, I like Seiji. Fuck off.
But when I say, like, small things, I just literally mean, like, nitpicky. Not even things, like, big things like that. Because that was, like, a huge part. I'm talking, like... Because, like, for me, I just like the beach scene. Because it's just, like, those little funny random snippets are just, like, what the hell's going on? Like, like, when Goody was being all, like... was being, like, that typical, like, gamer character. Like, who just hates being... going to the beach. And then, like, the random, like, BL scene between those two guys that always show up randomly.
The lesbians that show up playing volleyball.
Yeah, right. The alleged lesbians.
They were pretty close to each other.
Then every girl in anime is a lesbian.
Pretty much.
The whole volleyball match where they go crazy. Goody's transformation sequence.
Oh, that was great. I actually had that in my notes. That was hilarious.
That was... Like, you go turn the magic girl, and then she just, like...
They literally just recycled the animation from, like, the openings where she, like, transforms into the magic... And it's like, oh, we'll just replace the magical outfit with a swimsuit.
Yeah. It was like, what? Yeah, just, like, all those little things that just really make the episode.
This show is all about, like, a lot of the little aspects and detail to the episode. It's like... I guess that's why I like it so much. It's because of the fact that it pays attention to so much.
That's why I have so many notes, because it's like I don't want to like miss out on any of these like little details at all, because they're just all so they're all so like tiny little funny incidences that make up to this one.
I still like how the penguin demon doesn't even talk. It's just all
little
arrows like his eyes say.
His eyes. These are his eyes saying. But yeah, I really like this show.
Yeah, I really like the show. It's fun to watch every episode. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I wanted to stay more in the slice of lifey comedy random type show, or if I want to see more of the actual plot with Akane and her sister. And
I say we have time. Like Akane got a lot more is getting a lot more time.
Yeah,
now.
She's getting more time, so it makes me think the plot is progressing.
Yeah,
I still don't like Shikimi though.
Like, she's cool. She's cool, like, I don't hate her for any reason.
Oh, besides the torture and...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's obviously meant to be a crazy bitch character, but, you know, outside of that, no, she's okay.
Alright. And
last but not least
is everybody's favorite show of the season, Guardian. The season favorite.
Okay.
Come on. Didn't you practice this in the mirror? Thank God I don't have to do this show. I hate every time I have to explain the show.
So there's Shin and Wei, the who both make up Twin Star. The person named Twin Star. I guess they're Jin's or Suijin's like helpers in the game. In order for Suijin to prove that he's worthy of rescuing Rikuei, he has to help the monster defend, I assume, like the graves against the grave robbers. Grave robbers, they attack essentially. I forget how they attack in a lot of weird, crazy ways.
One chick summons like centipedes.
Yeah, exactly. Like a bunch of large fucking centipedes, and one has like, it's like a lottery thing with like a.
She has a sword that has like a lottery that has the original PlayStation controller button pattern, the triangle, the X, the square, and the circle, like the same exact colors and everything. I'm surprised it's not like copyright infringement.
Yeah, and I forget what the dude does.
He just has like a sniper rifle.
Yeah. I don't remember how Shostia appears.
Oh, dude, he just summons her.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I'm like, I don't know how.
Who's explaining this episode right now?
Because all I have in my notes is Shostia, the incarnation of the desert, and I'm like, what does that mean? They cut to Rikuei when she's kind of just like in prison, like she's like, oh no,
she looks like she's in prison in like a James Bond like base in the mountains.
Yeah, like basically, she's still being kidnapped. All right, she's still being held prisoner. Nothing's changed about her. Then Suijin meets his grandpa in the game. It seems like his data was saved, like he put himself in the game essentially, or his image.
Yeah, it's like game. Memories. And...
I assume to help Suijin. And then they're like, how do I play it? And then they summon the smack.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the end of the episode. I assume next episode he's going to use the mech and fight.
Don't assume anything about this.
Yeah,
show.
Right. I don't know. I have a mech and it explodes.
For all you know, next episode is a 17-year time skip. That's like they're in space.
Or even more random, they're in Spain.
Yeah, they're in Spain.
About to go to space. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I have very little memory about it. This show is already super random, and drinking just made it even more random. Like now it's just like now everything just seems really disconnected. Like I feel like I just said a bunch of facts and none of them make sense, but they're just all applicable to this episode.
If they don't make sense to you guys, it makes as much sense to you guys as it does to us. Like that's literally the order of events that the show.
That's actually what happened. Like you think
we're not skipping anything.
It's Navi like. Yeah, I may have written in shorthand, but that was more or less what happened. Like that was like the nitty gritty.
The extremely random nitty gritty.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to say about the episode. It was just
stuff happened.
I like
but it was like a lot of like interesting stuff was happening. It was very much like the first episode where like it was very like over the top like fight sequences.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, hopefully it keeps up the good fights. Maybe it'll start making sense eventually. Maybe episode like 38 will finally be like, oh, okay.
Now everything makes sense.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not putting too much. I'm not investing too much.
Thank God it's a 10-minute episode.
Yeah.
I remember we were hating on it for having 10 minutes. It should be longer than 10 minutes. No.
I'm so happy.
No, it should be 10 minutes.
No,
we see why it's 10 minutes.
Exactly. They can't put any more random shit in it for much longer, or else I would actually be mad.
Yeah, I don't think I could watch this if it was longer than.
Yeah, we
10
probably.
minutes.
I'm like, okay, time to drop the show. Time to drop and pick up another one.
All right, and there is no Alice Zoroku this week. Well, there is, but it's a recap episode, so we ain't recapped. We recap.
It was really weird. I couldn't find any of the shows. I mean, well, yeah, we have some time, so I might as well talk about it. I couldn't find any of the shows off the website. I usually normally watch my anime, and I think maybe it really does have to do with like the fact that like that site where everyone gets their anime from the dark web has been shut down.
Darkest reaches of the web. It actually now went down, and now there's a replacement already.
Oh. Fuck me, never mind.
So
I guess it'll be everything's back to normal by next week.
Yep. Resume your regularly scheduled pirating, guys.
Not that we would ever do that.
Yeah, we don't condone pirating.
Just saying. It sounded really condoning.
For those of you who do pirate, wink wink, there is now a new nya. It was like nya.si. I think it's.
Oh my god! Why are you saying the site?
I'm just saying. I didn't give the full address of the site. It's an interesting controversy because there's like two sites. There's one that I just mentioned, and then there's another one that is also nya, and they're fighting for, I guess, a viewer base or not a viewer base, but a user base. But I don't know. Whatever. Do you whichever pirating site? If you pirate away. I don't condone it though.
You kind of just
I don't know what you're talking about. We have a separate episode where we just talk about pirating and how we don't condone it.
I mean, if you want.
No, we don't. It's not if you want.
I don't give a shit. I know nothing about pirating,
Listen,
guys.
I don't give a shit. I give a shit about potential lawsuits.
I don't know anything about pirating. I stream my stuff. Thank you very much. And yes, I.
Oh
pay,
shit! There's the FBI's that are doing it right now.
No, I stream and pay wink wink for it.
What you got? I pay Crunchyroll, so Crunchyroll got my back. When you have it.
Right.
Anywho, before we get any legal trouble here, let's just say that I don't think there is much. You have anything to mention? We still have like a bunch of time. We have all this Alice Zoroku time.
No, I think that's it. It was a good. No, it was an okay weekend. I said okay weekend. It was an okay week for anime. I'm just upset that Alice Zoroku didn't have an episode.
Yeah, that's
like I really look forward to that anime.
God, why couldn't it be Gendo Guardian?
Right.
There was a noticeable impact on our enjoyment of the week worth of anime. But yeah, no, it was a decent enough week. Attack on Titan basically was the week. It was like,
essentially.
This weekend was just, hey, Attack on Titan was really, really fucking good.
Yeah, I didn't mention my anime of the week, but yeah, you can assume that's mine because it was kind of the best one.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's all we have to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your likes, comments, and subscriptions, please.
Check out our other projects because they're really awesome.
Yes, especially Dark Souls. Especially Dark Souls.
Oh God!
But also check out Drew's Showdown series and my own Persona 5.
New episode coming up Monday and/or Tuesday.
Yeah. All right, that's it. We're done.
Yep. Bye.
Later, guys.